Thanks Edul for coming to Festival of Fintech, of course. And let me ask you this: crypto is not in focus right now, all right? So how is it being on back end of the class? Being the completely focus of the class in the previous 2 years or so. So what's going on in crypto right now, and especially in India?
Correct. So I think from our perspective, I actually enjoy periods like these. This is my second consolidating phase. These phases help us focus on true building and true product creation that helps us serve our users better when the next hype cycle comes. So for me, I am cherishing this period of peace and calm so that we can build out and build a stable product for our users at scale as such. Of course, from the novice investor perspective, that hype cycle is not there. As a result, user acquisition is not there. But there are a large number of users who are already into crypto, who are looking for better options, who are wanting to figure out how do they participate in wealth creation in this asset class. And they are more and more moving to Mudrex. That's the part that we see.
And what is the chatter around crypto, of course, and your peers? What are they talking about right now? What are the fears and what are the positive aspects of these challenges?
Correct. So I think one very interesting thing that has happened over the last year or so is, there have been 3 weird black swan events that have happened: the FTX debacle, the Terra Luna crash, the 3AC cash. And across that, the common theme that comes out is that there is no oversight. So regulations is a large part of the chatter that's happening. And what we are seeing more and more is across the world, different governments are choosing to regulate in different ways. For example, the US is choosing to regulate in the format of enforcement via lawsuits, while the Europe is choosing to enforce it via new regulatory licenses and regime coming in. What all of that does is that for us it gives us certainty, right? And that's the problem with regulations. The problem is not that regulation is good or bad. The problem is whether regulation exists or not. And till now that did not exist, and that is changing. And with clarity of regulations, with clarity of what can you do, gives this clear playbook and like a sandbox with which you can play with, right? Once the rules are clear, then you can play the game. The rules weren't clear till now. And that's what's changing. And I think that's like one common theme that's going on. The other common theme that's going on is that the building part on crypto is just relentless. Like if you go and end up looking at conversations on Bitcoin forums or Ethereum forums, or just, are a part of crypto Twitter, then you would hear this chatter of the constant building phase that's going on, right? There are so many things that are being built on the tech layer. All of these are promises that were made maybe 2 years ago that are now started to be delivered, right? And this is the same thing that we saw in 2020, the same thing that we are seeing right now. So that is really encouraging, because the promise of a free world where money can move across borders without the need for a trusted intermediary and a regulator that has to have an oversight over the transactions that these intermediaries do, that is more and more coming to surface. And I think that is the dream that we are all wanting to solve for with crypto.
Right. So next up, I would like to understand, you were talking about Satoshi GPT, right? Let's get to know a bit more about its applications and how does it figure out in the scenario of crypto world.
Correct. No, so I think the problem of education and financial illiteracy is real. And we have at Mudrex always tried to solve for this more and more. Last year we launched this product called as Satoshi School, which is a free and open source, which is a free learning academy where people can learn and get more and more information about how to invest in crypto, what are different crypto tokens, what is valuable, what is not, and so on and so forth, right? Satoshi GPT is built on top of that same layer, but with many more sources. The idea or the problem that we're looking to solve remains the same, that people don't have information. Information is hard to consume and it is extremely fractured, and you don't know what is fake and what is not, right? This problem of fake news is real. So we thought that is a problem that we can tackle at hand. If we are able to provide real information to people that is verifiable, that is trustworthy, then you can build trust, build knowledge, and that eventually leads to more and more adoption. So Satoshi GPT is our attempt to solve that problem. With the development of these large language models, conversations with humans becomes easier. We already had the data stored and categorized and structured in a way where we could make it accessible to a large number of users. The LLMs have solved for the conversational platform problem. And that's the idea behind Satoshi GPT. It's a simple tool that can help you answer anything related to crypto or investing. We make sure that the answers it gives you are fact checked and are organized in a way that is reliable and where that information is trustworthy. That's the part that we've made sure that we solve for. As a result, we've built a custom database and a knowledge source that continues to grow and build out. It's not built by our team at Mudrex only. There are a lot of volunteers outside who contributed to building and scaling this up, and we want to continue to build that journey out.
Last question, let me ask you this. Do we invest in crypto now?
Everyone should always be investing in crypto. I have an SIP set up for a day, right? So I invest $3 every day in Bitcoin, last 2 years going now.
Right. So that's your advice on investing in crypto?
That's my advice for investing in general. See, I can't time the market, you can't time the market. It's pointless going through that debate. For people who are able to do it, it's extremely hard to repeat it, right? And if you don't, and as a result of that, the only way to create wealth in the longer run is to do it systematically and consistently. And that's the part that existed for some of the other asset classes. I say some with a hype because it's still not existing for a lot, but that was the part that was clearly missing for crypto. And as more and more and more retail investors come in, those simple investing products are what they need. And that's the promise that Mudrex solved for, right? Like we are building these simple investing tools that help you invest in crypto consistently and systematically so that you can build wealth in the longer run. We don't believe that it's wise in buying today so that you can 300x your money tomorrow. That's not the goal. The only way you can create wealth is by parking and investing regularly over a very long period. Timing the market does not matter. Time in the market matters more. And that's what we're trying to optimize for.
Thanks, Edul, for taking the time out and doing this, of course. Hope you enjoyed the event.